KDP Journal tutorial. Create a journal to sell on Amazon KDP using Canva and AI. Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'll show you guys how you can create a journal to sell on Amazon like this one over here. This is a really simple journal that anyone can create and it's not as difficult as you might think. So let's get into it. Now, for this journal, people are just doing really simple things. They are just creating some simple pages and they are just using AI to help them with building their journal. We're going to jump right in without wasting any time, and I'll show you guys some really amazing and creative techniques that you can use as well. So, to get started, simply head on over to Canva, and then you're going to click on custom size. Once you click on custom size, you might wonder, hey, I want to create a 6 by 9 book. I'll just enter 6 by 9. But that is not how it works. The way that you're going to design your Amazon KDP books is by going into the KDP Amazon Cover Calculator. So open this up and select your binding type. Then select the type of interior that you are building and the paper type. Once you've done that, you will have your reading direction, page count, and more. We're just gonna complete that. Our interior type is standard color, our paper type is white paper. We're gonna write a left to right book, and I want my measurement units in inches. Now comes the important part. You decide the size of your book. This is really variable. For journals, I'm gonna go with a standard size. I think I'm just gonna go with 6 by 9. That's just my personal size preference. This is totally up to you. You can choose A4 sizes, you can choose any size you want. Below that, you're going to add your page count. So I want this to be 100 pages. And then I'm going to click on calculate dimensions. Now you can copy paste these dimensions, but to make this easier, what you're going to do is you're going to click on download template on the left. Once you click on download template, open up the folder and unzip the template file. Once this is completed, head on over to Canva. Now, once you're back on Canva, what you're going to do is you are going to take the full cover width and copy this from here and enter that in the custom size width on Canva. Make sure to change the units from pixels to inches and paste in your width. Then you're going to add your height, and the height is just 0.25 increased, and the double width is just the twice the size of your actual book size plus 2.5 plus 2.5. So once you've done that, click on create new design over here, and it's time to create your new design on Canva. Now, once you open up this blank canvas, you're going to upload the book cover that you just created. So you're going to upload the template file you just downloaded off of the Amazon KDP template calculator. And if you expand that, it would fit perfectly over here. So once it fits perfectly into your design canvas, just click on this and reduce the transparency to around 40 or 30% and then lock it in position. The reason why I like to do this is because it makes it easier for me to design my book cover. So currently we're just designing the book cover. Once you've done that, it's time to think of an idea like this one. So things I can't say out loud in meetings. This is a really simple journal where it's just a really funny title. So you can go on to ChatGPT, and I asked ChatGPT to write 5 funny titles for the journal I'm writing. So, The Chronicles of My Everyday Absurdities, Diary of a Professional Procrastinator, and Adventures in Ordinary Madness, Confessions of a Couch Potato, My Life, a Comedy of Errors. I'll ask it to write 10 more, and you can really go with any niche or aesthetic you want. So we have things like Tales from the Far Side of Sanity, Diary of a Serial Overthinker, Memoirs of a Master Procrastinator, Confessions of a Clumsy Genius, The Misadventures of a Wannabe Adult. So I really like this one, Confessions of a Couch Potato. I like this one. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to go back into Canva and start designing my book cover. So for my book cover, I'm going to go into Elements and search for background. And once I do that, we have a lot of different types of backgrounds. You can search for things like gradients. If you search for gradients, you're going to find a lot of interesting gradients and lines and all that stuff. So I'm going to be using this really cute little gradient over here, and I'll use this one in the back. So I'm just going to increase the size of this, and I'm just going to be using this. on both the sides. So I'll just click on over here, Command C and Command V, and I'll place the other one like so, making sure that they cover all the entirety of the canvas. And then I'll click on one side and I will flip this because if I flip this horizontally, it's going to make a perfect gradient like this one. Now, once we've done that, we're also going to click on this, click on our transparency and reduce the transparency to make it easier for us to find every image. Then I'm going to click on layer and click on show all layers. And we're going to move our little gradient on top like this. Once I've done that, if I want to add a trim effect, I can also do that, but I don't want to do that. So I think I'm good with the book cover design. So I can click on layer once more and simply click on unlock the bottom layer like this. And once you do that, you can just click on delete and it will be deleted. Now select all of your elements and you can add the transparency back to full. Now I know that my, front half is this section. I'm just going to click on text and you can use one of these font combos to write a interesting title. So we're going to enter our title over here like so. I'm just going to copy my title from ChatGPT and we're going to paste it in like this. And now I'm just going to resize the font a little bit and I'm just going to place it at the center. And I'm also going to change the color of my font. And once I've done that, I can select the text and I will click on these three dots on the top right. And I think I want to add, larger letter spacing and line spacing. And I'm going to keep the letter spacing concise, but I want the line spacing just a little bit larger. Confessions of a Couch Potato. So now it looks really cute. And I have now set up my book cover for my Amazon KDP journal. Then click on share on the top right and then click on download. Once you've done that, click on PDF print and download this as a PDF print. Once you've done that, it's time to get started with actually creating our book pages. So click on the top left and click on create design. Click on custom size and then click on inches. Take whatever size you took and just add 0.25. And our height was 9 inches, and I'll just add 0.25. Now, the reason you add 0.25 after your original measurement is because whenever you're getting any book printed, there's a chance that the corners get cut up. So to avoid that issue, always add 0.25 when you're designing on Canva. So now it's time to design our internal pages, and this is going to be really simple. I just have to make lined pages. To do that, simply click on the shape section and just add a simple line. Once I do that, I want to create like a margin line as well. I'm going to Command C and Command V this, and then I will rotate this line like this. And once I've done that, I'm going to select both of these lines and click on the line color. And I'm going to make this like a deep maroon color because these are like the margin colors. These are not like my lined pages. We're going to add this, and now it's time to add our lined paper. If you don't want to add margins, that's up to you as well. But I like them, so I'll add them. And then I will add this, a simple standard line. Then click on this line and then change the color to gray because the actual lined paper you have, it is not actually white, it's gray. And then you're just going to click on Command C, Command V, and do this 10 times. Now, once you've done this a couple of times, you're going to select all of these together and you will click on Align Elements to the Center. Once you've aligned them to the center, you can click on over here and place them like so. And once you have placed them, you can increase the distance between them. So I will just increase the distance like this. And even if you randomly increase the distance, you can select them together and then click on space evenly. Then click on tidy up and it will automatically use a default distance. If this is fine, just click on Command C and Command V and make sure you're doing equidistant lines like this. And just like that, our lined page has been completed. Now, for the template journal we saw, they added quotes at the bottom of every page. So what I'm going to do is that at the bottom of my page, if I want to include quotes, a really easy way to do this is to add bulk data. You can go into apps on the left and you can search for bulk over here. And this is called bulk create. And you can upload a bulk of your quotations that you want to insert. And those would be inserted into every page on the bottom. So I'll just click on duplicate page over here like this, and then I can click on duplicate page once more, and you can click on grid view to make this a grid view. I will make sure to add a text block at the bottom so all of my pages look the same. And I'll just add a colon over here just to make it easier for me to spot. And now I'll just duplicate this page. To do this easier, just click on the grid view on the bottom right, and then you can just click on duplicate page. Once you duplicate it 10 times, like so, you can just simply select them all together and duplicate 6 pages, and in no time it's going to end up at 100 pages, which is the number of internal pages that we wanted to create. So now we have 94 pages and I just have to create 6 more. So 4 more like this and then 2 more like this. So now I have 100 internal pages. Now to add a quotation on all of these, I can ask ChatGPT to write 100 short witty lines like this. And once it writes all these lines for me, so I'm just going to wait for it to write all of this. What you're going to do is once you have the lines ready, you can just copy this data like this, and you can go back into Canva, click on apps and click on bulk create. Click on enter data manually, and you're just going to click on paste, and your data will be pasted. Now, once you've done that, just delete the second column and then click on done. Now, once you've done that, you're going to select your text box at the bottom. This is our text box, and you're going to click on connect data. Connect the name field and then click on continue. Click on generate 20 designs. And for the bottom, for the 20 pages, these 20 quotations will now be inserted into every page. So one page will have one quotation like so. It might take a little while for it to sync up, so make sure that you are, making sure that the quotations are inserted correctly. So you guys can see that the bulk create has now made a variable version. And one thing to note is that the font size for me was a bit too large. So I would recommend you use a smaller font size in accordance with the quotations that you have. But once you have completed this, you can click on share on the top right and then click on download. Once you've done that, click on all pages and then download this as a PDF print. Then click on download to download the PDF of your Canva book. Now we have completed our book on Canva and it's time to upload on Amazon KDP. So the steps to this may vary depending on where you are, but you need to have an account on Amazon and you're going to click on create. Once you do that, you're going to click on your paperback cover because we have created a paperback book. You're going to add your book title. For us, our book title is Chronicles of a Couch Potato Journal, like this. And I'm just going to fix these like this. And you can add a subtitle as well. Then you can add, if this is a part of a series, the edition number, the author. So the author is going to be maybe a pen name. If you have a pen name, you can use that. If you want to add your real name, you can use that as well. Then you can add any contributor, so any person that might help you in creating these books. Below that, you're going to add your description, any publishing rights. So I own the copyright and I hold the necessary publishing rights, or it says a public domain work. Then the primary audience. So if this book contains any explicit images or reading, and you can set a reading age as well. So this is a journal, so it's empty. I don't have to set a reading age. Then you have your primary marketplace, the category this falls in. So this is going to be journal, or I can say children's books, or I think journaling is going to be somewhere around here. Humor and entertainment, and I'll click on save categories. This is a low content book over here. And then below that, we have our keywords that we can add, the publication date, and the release date. Once you've done that, you can click on save and continue. And once you have proceeded with your category and description, so I have to complete. Oh, I chose a category. I don't know why it's not selected. I have my category of humor and entertainment, and the subcategory is humor. And this is going to be in terms of humor, this is satire. And now I can click on save categories over here. Once I've saved this category, it's time to add my description. So I can use ChatGPT to write a description for me as well. So write a description for my journal like this. And I can use the help of AI, and we're just gonna wait for this like so. And I'll just copy this and add this into our KDP upload. So we're gonna paste that, and I would recommend you just go over some of the details about your particular journal. You can provide these to ChatGPT and it will generate a description accordingly. Then click on save and continue. And from there, you can upload your low content or your journal. So if you scroll down, you will have your ISBN and then you have your print options. So I want this to be black and white with cream paper or white. I think I like it with white paper and it's black and white. And then I have my trim size as well. We have our bleed settings and we have a bleed. So we can include that if you have images or illustrations extending to the page's edge. Otherwise, we can use no bleed. Then we have our paperback cover finish if you want this to be matte or glossy. Then you can upload your manuscript, so your interior content. You're going to click on upload manuscript and then go into your downloads and you're going to upload the PDF of your interior pages. This PDF, the one that we created like this is what you're going to upload as a manuscript. So go on ahead and upload that as your manuscript. And it will say that make sure that the file matches the trim size and bleed settings you selected above. We're going to wait for our 100 pages to be uploaded. And then separately, you're going to upload your book cover. So you're going to click on launch cover creator and you can launch the cover creator to launch the Amazon book cover creator. Or if you already have a book cover, like we have already designed it because Amazon book cover creators are not that interesting, and you're going to upload your own file, which is the initial book cover we created. Now, once we have completed this, we can add whether or not our book cover includes a barcode. So barcodes are pretty standard when it comes to Amazon books. So you do need a barcode and we are going to wait for the upload. And because we did not include a barcode, we will have to leave this option unchecked as well. Now, recently, Amazon has also introduced this final metric, which is AI generated content. So, Amazon is collecting information about AI generated content. So does it have AI tools creating text, images, or translations? I'm going to answer no. You can answer yes. It really doesn't matter because the type of AI generation we did really doesn't classify that much as AI generation. So I'm going to skip. Then you can click on Launch Previewer to actually preview and check the formatting and print quality of your book. This is going to allow you to understand what type of quality or final delivery is going to be sent to your customers. And if there is any issue with your book, you can actually check it right now and, make the necessary edits right now instead of your customers receiving a bad book or leaving bad reviews because you didn't double check your book. And I think our book looks pretty nice over here. I like how it just looks generally, and I think it looks fine, so I'm just going to proceed back and I can exit the print previewer and proceed with the pricing section. So I can click on save and continue to our next section, which is the pricing, where you're going to set your paperback rights and pricing. So I hope you guys found this video helpful and you are now able to create your own Amazon KDP books using Canva and AI tools like ChatGPT. Plus, if you don't find any illustrations that you like on Canva, you can also go on to Creative Fabrica to have access to hundreds and thousands of free illustrations and vector images. If you found this video enjoyable and useful to you, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any questions or queries, leave those in the comment box down below. I would love to know what you guys have to say.